Hey everyone, and welcome to New Zealand's first Batmobile build. So in this first video, I'm going to be going through all the parts that we have for it and my reasoning behind the build. So if you come with me over here, we have these big meaty tires. They're quite big compared to myself. So their specs are 475 by 65 by D20s. At the moment, they got a silver interior. We'll be painting that black, and at the moment, they're also rated to 30 kilometers an hour speed. But that's okay for us when we're at events, and that will be going quite slow. Later on, we'll change them up possibly, so then we can go faster on the road. But yeah, they're quite big tires. So I'm gonna have to come up with a good way of mounting them to the tumbler and making them be able to drive with the new system that we're gonna have. Over here we have the afterburner. It mounts with this bracket, and I have fuel line hose and filter hose that will be hooked up to a diesel tank. And once we hit that button in the tumbler, it's gonna shoot massive flames, and I think it's gonna be real great to see. So over down here, I managed to get myself some 40 by 40 box section. It's quite not the thickness that we're after, but I think it will do quite well for the front end of the tumbler. And it will be probably the first thing that we're going to be welding together. So that steel is cut and ready to go, but it's not going to be the main steel of the build. We definitely need to get some 50 by 50 by 3 mil and 50 by 100 for the lower part of the chassis, just to be beefy enough to handle these massive tires. So I've just made a quick time-lapse video of putting together this front end. So this is it, welded up. Needs a few things worked on, but it's pretty cool to see how it's all going to come together. So yeah, it's a basic build. It helps us visualize the rest of the tumbler, how it's going to go. And just make sure that when you are welding something like this, that you're wearing the appropriate safety gear. I also got given a Honda Accord steering rack. It's been sitting in my garage for quite a while. So I thought to use it for the build, but I'm unsure if I'll end up using it in the end. It seems like it's in good condition, probably just needs to replace some things, and it might work, we'll see. For the shocks on the tumbler, they use Fox Racing shocks, and they might have a custom spring setup, and they'll be both for the long travel for the rear, and we'll have short travel for the front. I think for the rear axle, though, I will also be going with Ford, because I think it will have enough beef to be able to run these massive tires. So one of the main reasons why I've chosen to build a tumbler is because over here in New Zealand, we don't really get a lot of stuff like this, and I think it'll be really unique to be able to bring this to the people and show it off to everyone. I'm currently trying to decide what engine to put in the tumbler. A lot of people go with big LS V8 engines, which we probably definitely want that, because we want to hear it roar when we go down the street. So I think there's no doubt about it, we'll definitely have to go V8. But with that, we then need to figure out a good drive system to be able to drive these beefy tires, because it's a lot of weight in the back that we're pushing, and my design that I want to go for is probably going to be a bit unique to the tumbler, but I'm hoping that it's going to work out perfect for us. The interior of this build is going to be my main focal point. It's going to have everything in the interior is going to be functional and user-friendly. Even all the gauges will be working, and I'll try have all display monitors working exactly like they do in the movie also. So yeah, that pretty much sums up everything that I have at the moment. I'll try and upload every 2 weeks or so. Try to keep away from monthly updates, so then everyone can be updated and watch how it's going. I'll also be possibly having live streams on it, and also time-lapse so everyone can watch the build as it goes on. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you check out my Instagram and TikTok for more about the build process, and I'll see you on the next one.